Have you ever had a situation where somebody did something to you and you're like, oh, I feel like doing something crazy right now? So today I'll be talking about the concept of forgiveness. What is forgiveness? Who is forgiveness for? And can we even forgive someone who has not reflected on their wrongs? Can forgiveness ever change me or the person, the offender, or the world? That's what I'll be talking about today. My name is Eunice Tolu Olatunji. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you are just watching me for the first time, I love you. Thank you for joining me. And please subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification button so that each time I post a new video, you can be notified. And please, if you find this video useful, share it with your contact and network. Thank you. I remember when I was in primary 2, I had a teacher and she said that day that she does not want anybody to make noise in the class and all of that. So this particular day, I know people may not like, oh, the way you talk, I know you make noise, but that day I did not make noise. So my seatmate told my teacher that, oh, excuse me, ma, this one is making noise. And my teacher, without asking me what happened, sent me out of the class that I should go home. So I went to meet my mom in her workplace. When I got there, they asked me, what happened? You should be in school by now. I said, my teacher asked me to go home. What did you do? I said, I did not do anything. And the colleagues were like, it's not possible. Why would they send you home without you doing anything? You must have done something. So she has to take permission from work and followed me to school. When we got to the school, oh my goodness. The teacher said, I am a troublesome child, that I always disturb the class. She's not feeling well today, and she had warned that nobody should make noise, but I would not listen. Considering my antecedent at home, always talking, my mom did not even listen to my side of the story. She believed the teacher. And you know, in Yoruba land, the elders are always right. The children they don't even have a voice. I felt so pained that, oh, all of this, I didn't do this. I did not make noise that day. But my mom spanked me, begged the teacher, pleaded, and the teacher magnanimously allowed me to stay in class. Unfortunately for me, that day when I got home, my dad arrived because my dad was working in another state. So he usually comes home like once in a month or twice in a month. So that was the day he chose to come. Brought so many goodies. They did not give me anything. It was so painful. You know, back in those days, when you bring in bread from the city, people who do not live in the village will not understand or will not be able to connect. But having bread then was a luxury for people living in the village, especially Lagos bread. They did not give me any of those things. It was so painful. I did not like this woman. I bore a thread in my heart towards this woman. In fact, after I've left her class, one day she met me on the way again because the hatred was still in me that this woman lied on me and I couldn't do anything about it. She saw me, I didn't greet her. And she was like, why are you looking at me that way? You are a witch. You cannot do anything to me. She rebuked me in Jesus' name. Oh my goodness. I felt so bad. I felt like getting witchcraft that particular day and do something that I would just appear to her in a dream and do this and all of that. But I couldn't do anything because I was not possessed. I didn't have any superpower. So I just let it go. Not because it was not painful, but because she's more advanced, she's older, and I can't do anything about it. Later on, as we were growing up, maybe being in university, I'll see this woman. I still remembered very well what she did to me. And she would greet me as if everything was fine. But with time, maybe with maturity, I learned to let go. Many of us, in one way or the other, we have experienced being unfairly treated or having are feeling hurt in a big way or small ways, in whatever way. I'm like, I don't think there is anyone that has never been offended in this world. If you have never been offended, please, I would like to hear you in the comment section. You must be a saint. It happens. Sometimes we felt odd that maybe we've even lost a loved one because of the offense taken against us. And we find it difficult to forgive. We find it difficult to let go. So that brings me to my topic. What is forgiveness? Forgiveness is not about forgetting the other person's fault, but it's about getting rid of one's desire to take revenge. So forgiving someone is admitting that anyone can make mistake. It's admitting human inadequacies. As someone has offended us, we have offended so many people in so many ways too. So imagine that everyone we have offended decided to take revenge on us. How bearable do you think this world will be or your life will be? Like, should I forgive someone who has not apologized or who did not even see that he has offended me? It's a difficult one. It is easy to forgive someone who actually apologizes, who reflected on what they've done and admits their wrong and asks for forgiveness. It's easy. It may be painful, but it's easy. But when someone does not even admit that he has done any wrong, or they try to project it on you that you are the reason I've done this, it could be psychologically draining. It is not an easy thing to do, to forgive that. How would I even forgive someone who has not even acknowledged that he has wronged me in any way? Or how do you forgive someone who kept on doing the same thing over and over and over again? It is not an easy task. But when you think about the effect of forgiveness, you will know that forgiveness is not actually for the offender. It is for the offended. Forgiveness helps you to heal. Forgiveness is for yourself, for your healing. So you can actually attempt to forgive yourself, forgive the person, forgive yourself for even allowing them to offend you in the first place. Forgiveness is not an easy task. Sometimes when after even saying that I've forgiven someone, maybe the following day, the resentment just comes from within. I'm like, how could I have allowed this to go? No, I want to do something. So it takes effort to actually forgive someone. And when we realize that forgiveness is not for that other person, it's for us, it's for our healing, then you will make attempts, you will try to ensure that you forgive other people, make excuses for them, even when they have not realized it or reflect that they are wrong, for your own safety, for your own sanity, for your own health. Forgive. Researchers have come up to say that people who do not forgive are at the risk of having heart attack, heart diseases, high blood pressure, anxiety, sleeping disorderliness, and so many diseases. So it is important that you do not allow people to control your emotions. It's important that you take charge of your emotion because anger is an emotion. And it's only you that can tell or control, determine how you react to how people behave. You don't have control over other people's behavior. You don't have control over other people's action, but you can control your own emotion. So, having said this, I would say that forgiveness is for you. It helps you to live a healthy life. When you forgive, you can influence others. You can change the world. You can even change the people, the offended, to see what in a better place. That takes me to the story of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was one time the American president. When he was contending, there is another contender, Edwin Stanton. Edwin Stanton will berate Abraham Lincoln, was very rude and arrogant to Abraham Lincoln. In fact, when Abraham Lincoln was elected, Stanton said, "Oh, this is a national disaster to America." Was that bad? But when Lincoln would be appointing his minister, he appointed Stanton. And his aides and his political friends were like, "How would you appoint this man? He berates you, is rude, is this and all of that." But he saw the good in him. That is he capable? Does he have what it takes to be a minister? That he loves his patriotism. He's challenging me so that I can be better. And he chose him as minister. When Abraham Lincoln was shot, Edwin Stanton held him and he said, "Oh, the greatest man is being shot down." He had a second thought. I believe he was like, "How can this man still allow me on his cabinet despite all I've done to him?" Lincoln's behavior, acts of magnanimity and forgiveness actually changed Stanton to see the good man Lincoln was. So when we are forgiving, we are capable of influencing the behavior of other people, and our action can change our whole world. Imagine everybody out for revenge. This world will be a disaster. So in summary, it is not easy to forgive. It takes a lot of effort to forgive. And most importantly, forgiveness is for our own self. The negative effect of anger and hatred on human body is like bringing ourselves to pain and death. Forgiveness is not intended to absolve the perpetrator or to erase the wrong they've done. But forgiveness is key to freeing ourselves from anger and hatred to live an healthy life. Therefore, forgiveness is for ourselves. In my next video, I'll be sharing the practical tips on how we can practice forgiveness. And I will also talk about some misconception about forgiveness, such as forgiving and forgetting, forgiveness and reconciliation, forgiveness and justice. Thank you for joining me today, and see you till next time. Bye.